cool. Oh, this is really pretty. And then it has a bit of a screen over here too. We're doing the Matrix MRTAXI build. This is sold by Novel Keys. So just so you guys know, it's not necessarily sponsored because I work for Novel Keys, but just so you guys are aware, I work for Novel Keys. I'm still gonna give you guys an honest breakdown of the keyboard, but just wanted to be clear about that. Let's take a look at it. It's also really red. This is the Hong Kong edition one. It has a lot of fun little things about it. Matrix coating, you know, Matrix kind of doesn't miss with the colors and stuff here. They really don't. It's a basic kind of wedge with a seam in the center. It's a very minimal seam though, so. And then comes the fun part. So it comes in two variations. It comes with like a destination version or the taxi version. I'm a little confused why they offered 7 colors in destination, but only 4 in this really cool taxi version. I think they should have done 4 different, or all 7 things in taxi versions. That would have been really cool. Obviously more involved, but still cool nonetheless. This has to be one of my favorite releases from them theme-wise in a while. Mike actually pointed this out to me too, in case you guys didn't notice this. Check this out, everyone. If you move the A here and the R here, it then spells Matrix. So MRTAXI also says Matrix. I thought that was pretty cool. But it's nice. You got that cool kind of finish on everything here too. I don't really know what to call some of these finishes, but gotta move the X and the I too. Gotta move that too, my bad. Hey, you know what? You know what, guys? You like the side profile? I think the side profile is a bit boring for this board. I would have liked to see something different from here, but it does kind of make it up for something like this, you know, where it has a bit more of an involved kind of back piece here. So, I mean, overall, I think it looks pretty, guys. I really do. It's a pretty looking board, different themes. I opted to go with this one here for demoing, but they got a London one, a New York one in yellow, and then they have a Munich one in creamy white is what they're calling it. And they have a bunch of other colors. Price-wise, the standard destination ones all come in at $500, and these guys here with the taxi versions all come in at about $530 US dollars. Different plates have different cuts inside them, and Matrix typically goes with 2 things. Normally they don't give you an option. Matrix is a 1.2 mil PCB usually, and you got usually skeleton plates. This time they at least gave us an option for the plates. I don't know which one I have, but what's the badge texture? It's all metal. I don't think anything here is rubber. It's all different pieces too, hence why this price point's a little higher. And you can see some of them are PVD'd, which is really cool. And then the taxi symbol here has that cool Matrix, I don't even know what to call this effect here. Cool little board though. Then we have some LEDs here, and we also have a screen over here too. It does look like I just got the skeleton plate, which is fine, I don't mind that. And then we have a hot swap PCB. This is the 1.2. There's no other options for the PCB here. This is all you get. The only difference is really the plate. We have standoffs, PC films, and then it looks like some gasket stuff here, and I think that's it. And then we have a bunch of foams. There's some more foams sitting over here too, but I don't know how we want to build this today. I've been told this particular sheet here isn't that offensive in terms of foamy sound. Really unsure if you guys want me to use this today. I'm gonna let you guys pick the entire combination of things. Maybe we go no foam today. I'll let you guys decide though. In terms of what we have happening here, we have split right shift, and that's about it, and a stepped caps lock. So for anyone who wanted more options on the PCB, this is pretty much all you get. It does say name equals main. I have no idea what that means. This also has, I don't know who would be using this feature. I'm kind of torn on this. It has 8K polling rate on this. If I'm being honest, guys, I've been talking to gamer people who are like really into reviewing gamer tech and stuff like that, whatnot, you know. I've been talking to a bunch of different people in the spaces of reviewing gamer products and just like how polling rate affects. And I hear such mixed things. There's never like a conclusive answer of being like, you need this. The thing I keep seeing is if you're playing video games at like a competitive level, this might make a difference. Otherwise, this actually does put a bit of more strain on your system. Again, not too positive on who this is going to be marketed for, especially in this particular board. I'm happy to see it's an option though. Still not quite positive about that. Generally higher than 2K stresses at your CPU. That's what I've been told. I don't really know who it's marketed for. Let's do 4 stabs here. So 3 of these. So did you guys decide what we're going to do? I sort of feel like we might want foam, but I'm just gonna let you guys pick. I really don't know. So we could use this, or we could just use this. I don't know what you guys want to try today. I'm kind of down for whatever. We could just try something different. Okay, we're just doing foam. Mid-plate foam it is. I don't think it'll sound bad with foam. I mean, worst case scenario, guys, we quickly take it apart and take out the foam. Worst case. In case you guys wanted some more information about the board, it is an 8-degree angle. Front height is 19.5 with the effective front height being 24. That means with the keycaps and feet and stuff. Similar to the Navi in 3.3, supports different type of top mounting gaskets, which is cool. The internal silicone gasket for mass production will be molded. For the foot pads, 2 sets will be provided by default. Cool. High refresh rate PCB. Cool. Oh, they are going to be changing the hot swap sockets to TTC hot swap ones. I don't think the TTC ones have the extra bit of metal. Hell yeah. I think the TTC ones are just normal and they don't have to have that extra bit. Dude, that's big. That's a good change. If I remember correctly, the TTC ones don't have this extra bit of metal. Don't quote me on it, but the last board that I did with TTC ones did not have that bit. So mounting points, nothing under the space bar. Thank you, Matrix. Nice feet. The feet have the Matrix lab on it. Cool. This is a really pretty board. All right, let's start unscrewing this. We need a hex bit for this. But also I have this piece of silicone here at the bottom, which, you know what, we'll just stick in here for now. It has like a bit of a texture, which might diffuse the sound a smidge. So I guess we'll find out. Let's top mount this, baby. All right, there's a lot of plugs to this because there's a lot of daughter boards on this. So 1, 2, 3, 4. It does seem like they did a pretty good job of laying out all the cables at the very least. Like it doesn't seem too complex to kind of get installed here, which is nice. We'll find out here in a moment though. Kind of like friction fits into here. It does seem like the foam too sticks out just a smidge everywhere. Kind of helps with sealing the sound in, I guess, but actually this was fairly easy to put all these cables in. They did a good job with that. All right, let's plug this in to make sure it's all working. Ooh, cool. So it has some little bit of RGB here. Oh, this is really pretty. And then it has a bit of a screen over here too. The screen is like pretty nice. Looks like really clear. Let me get a better view of that for you guys. I don't know the resolution of it. I have to double check what it is, but that's pretty nice. It looks OLED. Normally with these little ones, like you can see the little pixels and stuff, but I would say that's pretty nice. And then we have some RGB happening on this side where the taxi symbol is. And then where it says Matrix, another little RGB strip over here. The quality of this is really good. Very cohesive build too. Like I had no issues with this. This has been a very fun build. The overall design of this is really fun too. Even using this indents over here on the side, like these chamfers, whatever you want to call them, these really enlarged chamfers, they're really nice. It's a really beautiful looking keyboard. Look at the detailing. This is nice. Matrix weight go crazy. Despite this having a bit of a foamier sound signature, I can tell already, it might be really fun. We did use foam, but let's see what this sounds like. We're using mid-plate foam, so the foam that goes in between the plate and the PCB. Oh wow, this is actually... Yeah, I have to admit, I do think this sounds pleasant. The spacebar is nice in this. It's a very heavy spacebar, yeah, it's nice. I kind of like this. It's a little different because the foam. I do think the spacebar is a little loud, which makes me wonder maybe we can switch this out for something a smidge deeper. It's a top mount. We use the thicker silicone, the black silicone bits for this. I'm gonna just attempt really quickly to swap out the spacebar for something a smidge deeper. Let's use a milky yellow and see how that sounds, and we can maybe even swap to a Nixie. Do you think it sounds like a $500 board? I personally think this would also sound good without the foam. And again, if you want to see some of the configurations, obviously in a more timely manner than I can possibly do it here live on stream, Marker-chan did a great video, also using a bunch of different microphones. Ooh, okay, this is kind of toned down a little bit now. I like this. This sounds good. Even with the foam in it, it has a smidge of the foamy sound signature, but I don't think it's overpowering. And I kind of like the difference personally, like of having like a balance of this. Again, I've listened to Marker-chan's sound demos. I don't know if he did completely no foam. I think he did one with just the PE film and it sounded like amazing. Is there a difference without the small weight foam? Oh, we can try. that little silicone piece, we can take it out. So let's take out this. Although, I don't know if that'll make a big difference. Again, I didn't mind it with this silicone. The way that this silicone has this pattern could also diffuse things a bit different. I'm also curious to see, do we need to force break this at all? Because it almost sounded really good with nothing there when we didn't screw it in. Do you guys think this sounds different now? Out of curiosity without the silicone? I can't tell. I want to try one more thing too. We're just gonna take out the screws for a second because I want to see what happens when we do this. Big difference in my opinion, sounds more full. Hey, I'm not gonna disagree. To me, I have to go back and play the VOD. Spacebar sounds much less full. I'm just gonna do a little experiment here really quick. We're gonna unscrew the case. It's a bit of a stupid experiment, but just bear with me. Okay, I don't think there's a big difference there. I thought there might have been. I sort of feel like this sounds the same. Overall, I don't know. Maybe I have to go back and listen. I don't think this is making the biggest difference in the world, the silicone. I thought the screws might have made some difference, but it doesn't seem like the screws did. The last little experiment I want to do is taking off the feet. We'll screw it back in here, and then I want to see what this sounds like without the feet. Believe it or not, sometimes, depending on the keyboard case, feet can make the keyboard sound weird. Listening to some HD800s, and I can say this very small, if anything. Yeah, I'm kind of on the same boat as you, even just like seeing it here or hearing it here in person. I feel like all of these configurations so far, like very minor changes, aren't really yielding a big difference. I think the biggest difference will probably be if we remove the plate foam. I think it'll sound better with the full plate. Is there a difference with no feet on? A little bit more bassy, I'd say, just a smidge, but nothing like that I would say is make or break. I think it sounds good, man. I think this board's a bit of a winner here, I think. Again, there might be some stuff you don't like, you know, the weirdly aligned cable. Maybe you're not into chunkier kind of bezels. Maybe the theming of this board just doesn't make sense. But I think if it does kind of catch your interest here, I don't think you'll hate this at all. I think this is a wonderful board, great front height, 8-degree type angle. Might not be everyone's thing. I don't think that's a big deal breaker for me. Screen's great, the RGB's cool. I don't know, I think this board's a win though. It's a 19.5 front height, and then effective front height with the keycaps and whatnot is 24 mil. So 19.5, because that's kind of the way we kind of measure here. Great, just under what I find to be the most comfortable. 20 and below. Maybe you'll find some use for the 8K hertz refresh rate on the PCB. However, I don't think that's a huge selling point for myself. But otherwise, very cool. Very, very cool. It does look really nice. It almost gives off like a bumper kind of feel too here on the back, which is nice. The layout is a little bit unique in this sense as well, because on a typical 75, let me just grab the Sonic, for example. Where did I put the Sonic? Typical 75, you get this column, and then that's it. Here you're getting just a smidge more, hence the keyboard being a smidge wider than a typical 75. Would you consider this an 80? I'm not too sure. Maybe this is an 80? Thank you for Matrix for sending this out. Again, I've given you guys my disclaimers at the beginning. I think it's a lovely board, and I think anyone who buys it will be pleased. The badge seems intentional this time instead of just random additions. Yeah, I like the overall theme too. The overall theme works for me. Also, I like the screen being over here. I think this is the first time I've seen a screen on the top left. I think maybe the only change I would have made theme-wise is they have the word Mr. Taxi here and then the word taxi here. I would have maybe axed Mr. Taxi here and put it here instead, and then maybe just put some other just like silver piece over here without text on it. But maybe that's my only criticism when it comes to styling. Bye everybody, take care, love you, and have a good one. Sleep well too. Good night, guys.